The following thoughts on Hoppe Hour represent Ryan Hoppe and Facet. Listener discretion is advised.
Live from Tampa Bay, you are tuned in to Hoppe Hour.
He's the voice of a generation that got screwed by the baby boomers. Welcome back to Hoppe Hour.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour starts in 4, 3, 2, Hoppe. Hoppe, Hoppe. This is Hoppe Hour with Hoppe and Allessia.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
What's happening? This is Hoppe Hour. I am your host, Ryan Hoppe. You can always leave us a voicemail, 856-49-HOPPE. That's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me, at Ryan Hoppe Radio. And if you're listening on the iHeartRadio app, which I don't know why you wouldn't be, you can leave us a message on the talkback feature. On Hoppe Hour, as always, is my co-host, Allessia Calandra.
Hello. Hey.
Oh, I missed your angelic, perfect voice.
I missed yours. I'm so happy to be back.
I love how you said you missed my voice, because that's the first time anyone's ever said that. Usually they feel like they're getting a little bit of a break from my Chicago twang. You know what I'm saying?
I missed you. I walked right in and was giving you a big hug and everything.
You literally broke in. I didn't even get to answer the door, even though I said, come in. But I literally was like, wow. Because usually you have me answer the door, but you were just like, oh my God, people, let's say hi.
I'm back. Yep.
I got some bad news, though.
Tell me.
We'll have ABC News tell us.
In today's Tech Bites, HBO Max hiking its monthly fee. The platform's ad-free subscriptions just went up for the first time since it was launched, jumping by $1 to $16 a month. Netflix.
It doesn't seem like that big of a deal, but then all of a sudden, you look at the bank account, you're $1 less in this broke millennial environment we live in, known as 2023.
Right.
I have HBO Max. It's my absolute favorite.
Oh, really?
Adult Swim, Comedy Central shows. It's the best.
What was that show we talked about? That something orchid? White Orchid?
White Lotus.
Lotus.
It's on there. I've seen the first season.
I haven't seen it, but I know it's on HBO Max.
What's fun about White Lotus is it's about, they're on like a little vacation resort and there's scandalous things that go on. Like the dad's trying to find a transgender girlfriend for the night and the daughter's hanging out with other dudes and the one daughter's hanging out with a girl and like hooking up. There's a lot of scandalous things that go on at a resort.
Okay.
And last June I went to a resort and I left my phone in the apartment or in the hotel I had at the resort in Orlando just to take in the moment. And this was after the first season of White Lotus came out. And man, the White Lotus culture is a real life thing. Seeing like the families with the grumpy 16-year-old daughter that doesn't want to be there and the son that's just checking out all the women that are 10 years older than him. Like White Lotus is a show for a reason.
For sure. People are more scandalous than I think we think. But going back to the dollar amount, every dollar counts. I just got a smoothie on my way here that was $16. Like, how are we surviving?
I'm not surviving. You want to know why I'm not surviving? For me to be fed after going to Chipotle would be $29. And I currently just don't feel like spending $29 at Chipotle. And it makes me so sad.
100%. And the other day, I never eat fast food. Okay, that's a lie. I never eat McDonald's. And I went the other day with my friend and I thought burgers were still 99 cents, Ryan, and they're not.
What are you in, 2015?
Yeah, it was $17 for freaking McDonald's.
And then I love when people are like, eat at home. It's like it's the same price. How are we supposed to survive? That's what I want to know. Is it feels like the boomers ruined everything, which is why I have that opening intro. But the thing is, we need to move what?
Move back in with our parents.
I mean, when you have parents helping you out financially at times, it's like you're living with them. I mean, let's be 100 here.
Yeah.
How are we supposed to survive? Because I have the thing in the beginning, the voice of a generation that was screwed by the baby boomers. But it literally is true because they're going to get to die and have led this perfect life. And then we're led with an awful economy and just unfair pay with how expensive things are. It's just, it's insane.
It's true. Yeah. It's depressing and true.
Apple TV Plus, Hulu, and Disney Plus have all raised prices in the past year. Airbus is testing out autonomous technology. The feature is called
All right, I don't care about an Airbus. But they also said that Disney Plus and all the other ones are going up. Here's what I love.
Tell me.
It's really not that big of a deal. It's money, but I love all the people. Oh, man, we're paying way too much for these services. First of all, did you think everything was going to be on Netflix forever? Second point. Remember 2012 Netflix? Everything was on there, and it was like $7.99 a month. And I remember being in college and being like, this is not going to last forever. Having King of the Hill, every episode of this show and this. And then that's when like Hulu came around and all that. Here's the thing. Even if the prices of all the services equal out to cable, you're not having to sit through commercials.
Right.
You're not having to sit through everything.
Right.
You're paying and you are getting what you pay for.
Exactly. You get what you pay for. And I know sometimes you can get Hulu and it has commercials or has ads, but for a fee, right, that can all go away. So it's really, the quality of life and the quality you want to pay.
Hulu can kiss my bizarre ass.
Poor K. Why is that?
Hulu is the worst. HBO Max doesn't do this. Disney doesn't do this with their commercials. But Hulu does this. Their commercials are louder than their program.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, I will have the volume. Let's say this is how loud it is when I'm watching something.
Right.
It's right down here. And then during a commercial, it's like this. And it's like, oh my God.
I can't stand TVs that do that. And actually, when I was in college, I took a class, and I'm pretty sure that's against the law. Like to volume raise like that, but they do.
I don't know much about politics or anything. I haven't voted in 10 years. I hate all politicians. I think they can kiss my ass. But at the same time, I believe Trump reversed something which made it. I don't know if he's the one that reversed it. I'm not trying to spread propaganda, but I do remember Obama in 2009, 2010 had it where it wasn't legal to have the commercials be louder. And then something happened recently.
Okay, I haven't been following.
The rich and elite are always winning, Allessia. They're always winning.
Always, always. Oh my gosh. Speaking of rich and elite, I was just in Palm Beach for my friend's wedding.
Gross.
A couple days ago, and we went to the Breakers Hotel, which is insane.
Was Curtis Blow there?
It was like the wealthiest of the wealth, right? So everybody's walking around in their little polos and their sweaters and looking cute and exuding just wealth. And I'm going into some of the shops, and like a perfume is like $600 and whatever. Anyways, I had lunch. It was great. But the lady behind me at the table, you know what I can't stand? Listen, make your money, but stay humble. That's my message for all of our wonderful listeners. Make your money and stay humble, because this lady had it all. And the way she was talking to the waiter, I was about 2 seconds from getting up and saying something, which I would have.
What would you have said?
I would have been like, excuse me, like, who raised you? Like,
who the hell do you think you are,
why
honey?
are you so rude and entitled?
Yeah.
Anyways, she was so specific. She's like, I need this gluten-free and this gluten-free.
You're in Palm Beach. What do you expect?
And then also, like, I just want some, like, clean, natural food. Well, listen, honey, you're at a restaurant with a menu, and maybe they can accommodate certain things, but they're not, like, there to cook whatever you want. This isn't like your private chef. This isn't like an open kitchen that you just tell them what you feel like having and they make it for you. There's a menu. And she was so entitled. I just can't stand people like that.
She's the type of person that goes on a first date and buys the most expensive things when she knows the man's paying for it. Oh, I'll take 7 servings of caviar and all this wine.
It was funny because like her husband that was with her it was like 11 a.m. and he downed like 3 wines within 5 minutes. I was like, okay, So that's what's happening.
I'm not saying she's a gold digger, but if she wasn't pretty, he wouldn't be dating her. And if he wasn't rich, she wouldn't be dating him.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Happy Hour will be right back.
Oh, yeah. This following segment's been brought to you by the best barber in all the Bay Area, richkbarber.com. All right, sing. You're supposed to sing Rich K. Barber.
Well, I had more to say about him, so now I'm following him on social media. And I'm like, oh my God, look how good looking this guy is. His family looks good looking. Like, this guy's great. And I love his posts. They're so humorous. So, like, you're not just getting a great haircut with him. You are getting humor. You're getting life advice. You're getting style. So go see him.
Okay.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour. Live from Tampa Bay, you are tuned in to Happy Hour.
It's time to turn Hoppe on.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Allessia, Calandra.
Yep.
What the hell is going on in the news? We got some deep news to get into.
We have some things to talk about. Speaking of overcompensating, a UK company did some research and found that men, this is going into stereotypes, people, and they confirmed it, scientifically confirmed, that men who believe they have small penises are more likely to invest in a sports car.
Does that mean that religious people have small penises and think this is not true because they go against science?
Probably. This applies to all men, religious folk or not, all men who believe. So basically what the company did, this was conducted by the University of London. What they did is they took a control group of men, sat them down, and told them either a true or false penis size. So for the men that they said the false penis size, the penis size they gave them was much larger than the average size.
Yeah.
So when the man felt inferior, they then showed him photos of sports cars or asked him questions, and it was more likely that he would purchase the sports car if he felt inferior, that his penis was not big. And for those who thought their penis was an average size or above average size, then then they didn't feel like they needed the sports cars as much. So it goes into that stereotype people always talk about.
Well, I hate, and I'm not saying this to sound like an elitist because I'm just an everyday average Joe, but I hate when you're out and about and you're around somebody who feels inferior. It's a certain energy you give off. Yeah. Where you can tell they have small dick energy.
Gosh, yeah, 100%.
And it's usually someone that has to belittle somebody
like
or talk
Andrew
down
Tate.
to them.
Sorry, I went there.
Again, I'm not a fan of Andrew. Oh my God. I had somebody ask me at the Dignitary Tea and Kava Lounge about my comments about Andrew Tate. I said that I like 10% of what he says about how it's easier for a woman to get a date than a man. Nothing else.
I can't even accept that much. But either way, he is one of those people, Ryan, like you said, that I'm putting words in your mouth, that has small dick energy. And we know this. He was called out by Greta. But what were you saying when you're out and you
just don't want to talk to them and they want to keep talking to you and they're demeaning you, and you're just like, if demeaning me makes you feel better about yourself, even though you can't hold a relationship and you cheat on everybody, if you can't do anything correctly but you feel like taking it out on me is going to help, go ahead, take it. I don't care. Talk about me.
And from a materialistic standpoint, like this gets, I mean, you can just tell those guys, like they're just the guys. I'm gonna drop some bombs. I'm gonna drop some bombs today. So like my ex, right? Anytime he takes a girl out on a date, he goes and picks up a rental car because he doesn't want the person he's dating to see the actual car he drives. Like he's overcompensating and cannot just be himself. That is one example, but there are many examples like that out there. So the stereotype, for those who are curious. Thank you for dropping that bomb.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but the stereotype is true. It has been scientifically proven by the University of London that men do overcompensate. So when you see the guy with the big blue truck driving around Tampa Bay, give him an extra beep beep from me, okay, guys?
Yeah, brother. 856-49 Hoppy. If you're a part of Tampa culture, you will get that joke, brother.
What about the Bucks last night?
If you want sports analysis, go to 95.3 WDAE.com and listen to the best sports talk. But I will tell you this. I didn't play a down of football. I'm not athletic. I'm not talented. But anybody who doesn't think that Todd Bowles is an awful coach, I don't have much in common with you. There's nothing exciting about Todd Bowles, and it's the same crap over and over and over again.
Yeah, but don't you think like one of the elite players like Tom Brady would step up and be like, hey, man, like I worked for other coaches. Like maybe there's a different route we can do this. Like,
you know what
what?
I'm going to be naughty.
Okay.
I'm going to be really naughty,
We're
Allessia.
dropping bombs.
Yeah, we are. I'm going to be so naughty right now. I'm going to be the naughtiest of naughty. But first, before I get naughty, this is about to be naughty. Do you know the basis of Tom Brady's relationship with Giselle?
I was just talking to someone about this today.
I work in sports radio and I don't want to burn any bridges, so I'm totally telling you guys not to Google Bridget Moynihan, Tom Brady, Giselle punching.
Oh, geez. What happened? Tell me.
Well, actually, Miley Cyrus kind of wrote a song about Liam Hemsworth cheating on her 13 times.
Oh, my God.
And that's not totally a coincidence from my previous subject.
Does Miley Cyrus's new single have a deeper meaning? As promised, the singer's track Flowers arrived on January 12th with Miley singing, "Yeah, I Can."
I gotta skip over that because of copyright.
At first glance, it seems like just an ordinary self-love song. Fans can't help but point out Miley dropped the song on her ex-husband Liam Hemsworth's birthday.
Oh, I love that. Go, Miley. Yes.
Oh, man. If she was any other... How do I word this politically correctly? If she wasn't famous, she would just be a girl at the smoker bar in Largo hanging out with the dudes on a Tuesday night. There was nothing redeemable about her.
I like her. I think the world needs her.
Why do you like her?
She reminds me of like a Dolly Parton character, right? And Dolly Parton...
How dare you compare that beautiful, timeless angel known as Dolly Parton to Miley Cyrus?
Well, I think like they have similarities.
No, they don't.
I do. I think they have like the southern drawl twang. There's something edgy about them. There's something different. They don't try to be perfect. They are themselves. Like, I like Miley. I think it's cool. Back to her song though. I haven't heard it. I'm dying to hear it. And good for her for releasing it. My friend and I recently were like, listen,
what?
We got to be some top tier bitches. We don't give an F anymore about our exes.
Dude.
We don't give it. They're lost. Like for real, they're lost.
Generation.
No, I'm done.
Is so screwed.
I'm so done.
No. We are so screwed because that's how we're all viewing dating going into our 30s. Because I'm essentially 30. Like if I were to die today, they would be like, well, he was technically 29, but he would have turned 30 in 8 months. So I'm essentially 30. A lot of people are 30, and there's really no marriages that are going well.
Yeah.
And then you have, I don't even want to say your age, but we have people in our 30s that are literally having that negative cat lady middle-aged attitude about dating. We are so doomed.
We are doomed, but I have another bomb.
Why do you have another bomb? I don't believe is your bomb worthy of the sound effect, or is it just an everyday bomb?
I think it's pretty good.
Oh, man. It's worth it. What is the bomb, Allessia?
Ladies and gentlemen, without getting into too much detail, because I am a member of this group, And I cannot get into details. I will say, when it comes to dating, there is a Facebook group. Ladies, request to join. Trust me, request to join this page. It is Tampa Bay, St. Pete, and Sarasota, and women compare who they are dating. Now, listen, there are rules to being on this page. It's a private group with 23,000 members across Tampa Bay, but you cannot accuse the man of anything. We have lingo that we can use, such as red flag emojis or a teacup when we have tea to spill or are looking for some tea. So women on the daily post a photo of the guy they're seeing and ask women for questions. Let me tell you, I recently did this and I got over 300 comments on the photo of the person I posted. So this is a daily thing. These women are supporting. One thing you can't do or should not do, because you can be kicked out of the group, is screenshot and send any details from the group to somebody else, which someone did with my post. That's a no-no. You can't do that. But if you hear me, go on Facebook and join the group.
I don't even want to date anymore. When I hear there's that negative energy out there, why even be positive when you have a bunch of... You have a bunch of
23,000 women in Tampa Bay.
How do I word this politely?
Nosy.
A bunch of disgruntled, you gotta relax, taking life too seriously, independent 20,000 females. That's pretty much all the females in the Bay Area.
Right.
All in one group.
All in one group, ready to expose the men that are playing us. And you can go you can go to the top and you can search by a person's name. So you can't put last names in a group, but I could say
Allessia.
Ryan and your photo would pop up.
Allessia.
Should we test if your photo's there right now?
Please. No, do it. I dare you.
Okay.
Allessia, while we do that.
Right.
I want to know this.
What?
Do you guys judge the looks or the sex skills?
No, absolutely not. There's rules to the group. We cannot.
What are the rules? Go to the group in general.
I can't with you because you're a guy and you're not in the group. But I can disclose.
Oh, I'm missing out on the passive aggressive comments that everybody gives themselves care responses to. Oh my God,
Listen,
he didn't pay for the most expensive drink?
No, ladies, if you want to find a cheating boyfriend, fiance, husband, if you want to know if the guy you're dating is also dating other people, if you want to hear some tea on your guy, go to this page. We don't diminish men. We don't talk about looks. We don't talk about sex life. We just straight up want to know what's going on. And it's so sad, the people, including me, who have been played. I'll leave it at that.
Oh, that's great. See if my name's on there.
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if it is, because I have gone on a lot of first dates. Maybe 170.
That's a lot.
No, I'm not kidding. Probably 120.
Well, first dates are fine. It's about exposing the guy if he's playing you or if he's done something weird, if he's creepy.
No.
Yeah.
Here's what I want to ask you, Allessia, while you see if my name's on there.
Oh my gosh.
Is it?
Let me see. There's a lot of Ryan's a popular name. This could take a while.
Well, type in Hoppe. H-O-P-P.
No, you can't do last names.
Oh.
Oh, this. Oh my God. I typed in Ryan and Orion that I used to match with is on here. And oh, wait, I'm so sorry. I can't, I'm saying too much. I can't.
Oh, you ruining the integrity of a group that'll break up in 2 years.
I cannot. I do not want to be kicked off of this group. I am just shouting it out, which I don't think is wrong. If you feel like trying to join, you can put a request in. It doesn't mean they will accept you. Oh. This is exclusive.
Why would you not accept somebody in a group?
Because it needs to be top secret.
Oh, got
Which I'm like airing all the dirty laundry, but I'm just keeping it classy and explaining the rules to the group. And
no one listens to this show. Trust me.
Dating.
Not true at all. Let me just tell you, Allessia, a lot of people listen to this show.
Ryan Hoppe, everybody. No, I'm kidding.
Is it in there?
No, but I'm going to go search for you later.
You can keep searching. I'm going to play a news clip.
Okay, let's see.
And you keep looking, because I'm not saying this to sound cocky, even though everything I say sounds cocky. But I really believe I would be on there.
I guarantee you would. And man, the information I found out about the person that I posted about confirmed so much for me. It's so sad, guys.
Yeah, it sucks.
Is really sad.
Here's what I want to ask you. What if men did this?
I think they should. Why not? I mean, there's not a double standard in my eyes. Go for it.
Do you think all 20? Now, you're the cool female in my life. Why do I say that? Because I picked you as a co-host, and I have really good taste in women. Here's what I'm saying, Allessia. What I'm saying to you is, do you think all 20,000 women in the group would think the same way? Or do you think that if a man had that group, we'd be crucified?
No, I think the women would be down. And what I love about these women, besides the person that screenshotted it,
that it's never their fault,
and exposed me. No, but we're here to support each other. Like if there's a girl that commented on my photo, which this is a hypothetical, potentially comment I'm about to make, but she's like, yeah, I hooked up with your guy. But it's like women supporting women. They're like, F that guy. He's a loser.
I hooked up with him and now I have HPV. We all do. 856, I don't. 49 Hoppy. It's 856-494-6773. You keep seeing if my name's in there. Because a lot of people like to run their mouth about me. Usually it's 50-year-old dudes.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour.
Oh, man, this following segment,
Hoppe Hour, will be right back.
has been brought to you by Amir Academy of Martial Arts. He's a 50-something-year-old dude who doesn't talk smack about me. AmirAcademy.com. When I tell you that he is the best workout trainer in all of the Bay Area, I'm a man of my words. Oh, my back pain got better, so I think I'm going to start working out again. Oh, it was a good 3 weeks of just waking up being like, oh, my back hurts. Is that what happens when you turn 30? You just become cranky and join a group and not maybe realize it's your fault? Like, I had a recent breakup recently, and some of it was my fault. It was both parties' fault. Mm-hmm. But I would never go on a group and talk about her. She's dead to me. It's the mafia. I'm different, man. But then again, I'm really one to talk. Oh, am I a hypocrite, Allessia?
Doesn't it talk about the men, though?
You know what?
It speaks like what women, how we view men. If so many women are in this group thinking like how shady men are now. And women,
women are never, ever shady and change their personality mid-relationship. Women are always so genuine. It takes two to tango.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour. Call Hoppe now. 856-49-HOPPE. Tweet at him at Ryan Hoppe Radio or chat him live via the Hoppe Radio app.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Here's what I want to know. Is when it comes to men, do you ever, maybe, I don't know, how do I word this? Think that there's some good men out there? Or are the men that are murdering women in Idaho and taking advantage of women in Hollywood, all the men that we think of that suck, do they just represent every male? And is every good guy like me screwed? You can be honest with me, because I will just prepare to be single forever. Because, and deservedly so. Deserve not to be single forever. Deservedly so. The Me Too movement was a beautiful thing. But it was a lot easier to get laid beforehand because then all of a sudden every guy is creepy. I was a slut in 2016 and then I got into a relationship in 2017 and got engaged, which was really one of the dumbest choices of my life. One of the dumbest choices of my life.
Don't say that.
Oh no, it was really intelligent. But I was going to say about being a hypocrite before that I am like the mafia and that I...
You made a couple comments that I need to comment on.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
It wasn't like I totally bashed my second girlfriend to about 200,000 men 2554 on a popular morning show about 5 years ago. So I'm one to talk, Allessia. I'm such an angel.
Okay, I'm glad you admit that with sarcasm because you said you're a good guy. And I was like, okay, let's backpedal here, Ryan.
Why am I not a good guy, Allessia?
But I do think that Men should have a page too. I think that, for the record, if you are on this page, I am not exposing the page. I am encouraging women to try to find it and become a member of it.
You're not just exposing the page. You are going to get kicked out of the page for talking about it.
I better not get kicked out because I really like being a part of it.
You like them so much that you kept it so anonymous and told about 3,000 people.
About my own post.
Yeah, I'll say how many listeners I had. I'm never going to lie and make up that I have 1 million listeners, but I'm also proud of what I have. We've had 3,000 individual people, about the size of Janice Live, that has listened to us.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah, totally.
Man, woman, come on.
I've had important people listen to this show, and I'm like, oh my God, everyone's listening.
Yeah.
But a part of me is wondering, Allessia.
Tell me.
Part of me is wondering if maybe you should be more like the mafia and not talk about it, if some of them are keeping it private.
Okay, I'm not going to talk about it anymore.
But was my name not on the database?
I don't know. I can't talk about it anymore.
Oh, probably better that way.
Yeah.
It's probably better that way. So I wonder, I think about that quite often because I think about myself all the time and that's all I think about. I was thinking about what like my Yelp review dating page would look like if they had one. Oh, is that a dangerous concept? That is a dangerous concept. Did I say that's a dangerous concept?
Yes.
That is a dangerous concept. To have that, can you imagine that?
That's a really smart idea. That's kind of like what this page is. It's a review. Like I think I'm done talking about it now. I really don't want to be kicked out. Yeah.
Oh, Allessia, you just want approval for no reason.
Fans are begging Rihanna, please don't stop the music.
Oh, that's good.
Rihanna unleashes a brand new sneak peek at what fans can expect to see during next month's highly anticipated Super Bowl halftime performance.
You'll have to Google it because I can't play anything on this show. My prediction. So she's doing a halftime show of the Super Bowl. And all the boomers were like, why are they playing the new artist? They have no concept of time, that they don't realize that it's been about 20 years since she's been out. Every boomer thinks that every artist that's our age, oh yeah, you got that millennial Eminem, even though he's Gen X. Boomers, when there's a new artist, like when they had the hip hop acts at the Super Bowl, they have no concept. Oh, that Gen Z J-Lo, just because it's not The Who. And the thing too, every boomer that gets mad about the halftime show, every single one of their artists has played, and they're either dying or they don't have the vocal cords to back up singing a Super Bowl. But here's my point. Here's my prediction. I've made such good choices in my life, so you should really listen to this prediction here. Rihanna's going to release music the Friday after the Super Bowl. This is to have us know that she's getting sick of hanging out with A$AP Rocky and the baby in the house. She needs to get out and start cheating on him, start dealing with people that are better looking than him, and he's going to hang out with women that are better looking than her, because that's just how it works in relationships.
Wow. First of all, speaking of the Super Bowl.
Yes.
The worst performance was The Weeknd. I am sorry. What was that?
Yeah,
what was that?
I remember people I used to work with that had tickets there said the speakers were, whoa, this is actually audio from when The Weeknd performed at Raymond James.
Like literally, we can only go up from here, so I'm sure Rihanna's performance is going to be amazing. Yeah, I think Rihanna's will be great.
That's what we remember.
Good for her if she wants to release some music. This is how publicity works. So if the following week she drops a new single, then good for her.
You saying in response to The Weeknd, and that being your take on The Weeknd's performance at the Super Bowl is quite possibly the smartest thing you've ever said. The quote, if you not really knowing what to say about The Weeknd's halftime performance is actually quite spot on, because that was atrocious, and he's running through the tunnel.
Thing I've ever said. That was the smartest comment.
I'm doing passive aggressive humor on this show.
Okay,
that is not to be taken seriously. You've never said anything smart. I'm kidding. I've never said anything smart. 856, I'm just kidding. 49 Hoppy. That's 856.
We are dropping all the bombs. Should we go to Antonio Brown? We have some news on him. Or
yes.
Do you wanna...
I have it. I sent it to you on your phone.
Yes.
Do you have it loaded up? Antonio Brown is not somebody I would want to have date my daughter. I wouldn't even want to hang out with Antonio Brown.
Well, this is a really good thing to talk about. So I'm excited to get into it. But
All right,
basically, he sexually, he posted on Snapchat with the mother of his children something sexually explicit. Now, I don't have Snapchat, Ryan. Do you have Snapchat?
I do, and I do follow Antonio Brown.
And did you see the post?
It has been deleted. Right when I saw the article, when me and you were talking before this show, I immediately went to his Snapchat. Now, he didn't follow me back, so I'm subscribed to him. But I see everything. I saw when he put up the really weird Giselle Photoshop job where it was like, she's got a better body than that, bro. That is not like Giselle's body at all. But I did not see the picture. I would assume it probably has to do with a mouth hug. I just feel like he would post something about a mouth hug. He has that energy. What would the energy be? Oh, yeah, a dirtbag with CTE. I showed you the play before when Burfict, the player for the Bengals, hit him when he was playing for Pittsburgh, when Antonio Brown was playing for Pittsburgh.
Right.
That head... You could just see the way he was brought to the ground in that tackle with that head-to-head contact that Antonio Brown was never going to be the same again. And insiders in Pittsburgh have said he's never been the same again.
100%. I mean, I think that's something huge in the sports world is when these athletes take a hit like that. I was talking to a friend recently who was formerly married.
Yeah.
Divorced from her MMA ex, and I think it's true. And she and I were talking about how we think it stems violence. Like, we think it messes up their head so much. They're obviously not making cognitively good decisions, and they get abusive.
I will say
if they're not already.
I am not a professional athlete or professional boxer, but I have been in 3 boxing matches for a local morning radio show.
I saw those. That was so funny.
Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I totally get where the rage of a UFC fighter comes from. Because when you're boxing every single day and you're taking hits to the head, because at boxing class, I had to like spar, and sometimes you're hitting the head and you get really mad.
Right.
Ah! It's scary. Like you get, like your body is drenched and you're driving home blaring Lil Wayne. And that was me doing amateur to the most amateur of amateur boxing ever. I can't imagine what it would be like being Dana White with his small penis.
Right.
Oh, yeah. I'm totally going to try to not really defend, but I didn't like his energy of when he said sorry. I heard the audio about Dana White when he was saying sorry, and he just seemed sorry that he got caught.
So just for a disclaimer, yes. Ryan's referring to a couple weeks ago, Dana White was caught on footage, video footage, slapping his wife in a club. Now, supposedly in the footage, she also slapped him. But this is the thing. He's setting the tone for the UFC.
Yeah, he is.
And a lot of times it comes out that a UFC fighter is abusive. And from what I've heard from people on the inside, it's a slap on the wrist. So whether the fighter is abusive or they have an alcohol problem, it's not taken seriously. And it's probably because at home he's doing his own personal things, which if you can easily slap your wife in public at a club, you can only imagine what's going on behind closed doors.
I'm going to tell you this. There's 2 things that drive me nuts whenever I'm not saying that there's just 2 things that drive me nuts when a man beats a woman, but these 2 examples piss me off. When they go, oh, he had a drinking problem, and oh, he was mentally ill. Like, people that have a drinking problem, like every single person that has a drinking problem attacks women, and every single mentally ill person that attacks a woman is mentally ill. Do you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you're just a piece of shit. And sometimes the booze may have escalated it.
Right.
But think about all the people that go to a local bar and they hate their 9 to 5 and they're selling vector knives. It's a very 2012 reference. I don't know why I said that. But I'm just saying there's a lot of people that have drinking problems that aren't attacking women.
100%.
You're just a piece of shit.
No, but I was going back to Antonio Brown, his head injury. A lot of UFC MMA fighters experience the same head injuries because they're getting trauma. They're taking trauma hits to the head. So I think that is a huge factor in this. Apparently, it's linked scientifically to causing you to become more violent. So I'm not saying these men weren't violent before. I'm saying that having these head injuries to this extent and this type of trauma to the brain is actually becoming, causing these men to go crazy or become more abusive. And going to Dana White, he does nothing. And it's a slap on the wrist, and it's setting the cultural tone for the UFC, which just sucks. It's so sad.
And I'm not trying to be funny when I say this, but when you're getting ready for a boxing match, a lot of times when you're getting down and dirty with a girl, I can't speak for any other sex with any other genders, just women as a heterosexual man. Sometimes like you're banging really hard and girls like, slow down a little bit, pal. Like everything you do at all times, you are very wired. Think about it. You're punching a bag for an hour at boxing class. You are punching a bag for an hour and taking hits to the head.
Right. All right, so we cleared that up.
I feel like you're very bothered by me talking about sex because you're thinking about me just going at it, just having fun. And they're going, slow down, buddy.
Gosh.
We got a little while to go.
I'm like one of those people that like someone says the word sex, or like earlier when we had to do but we did the article on penis sizes and sports cars. Like I'm like that kid in class that like hears penis and like shies away, or like hears the word sex and I'm like, oh my God.
Are you saying it shuts you down?
It does. Like I get
It makes me just want to bang every hot girl ever.
Stop.
Oh my! And I'm not trying to sound
God.
But I'm just being real. Just hearing about sex, you go, oh my God, could I have some tonight? And that's not me trying to be crude. I even know I'm being very crass. Yeah. I'm just being honest. There's just some people that are so wound up. It's called growing up Catholic.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Happy Hour will be right back.
I always used to go to church and be like, I wonder if the priests get down and dirty at all. My mom was like, they don't. And then, this is all alleged.
It's funny.
Nothing bad happened.
But I did grow up Catholic. I think that's why I have that mindset. But,
yeah.
But continue.
The priest who confirmed me, I'm not going to say his name.
Oh my God, where is this going?
I told you 2 seconds ago, not there. Do you remember the priest that was going down on another man at a park in Miami?
What the hell?
In 2018?
Oh my God.
Do you remember hearing about it in the news?
No.
You don't remember hearing about a man giving oral pleasure to another man at a park in 2018
Was
in Miami?
that the priest that confirmed you?
Hell yeah, it was.
Oh my God. That is
I'm not going to say his name.
Sad and scary.
How do I word this politically correct?
Oh my God.
No.
I think we are triggering people.
If I would have saw him out and about, I would have thought he was gay.
There was a priest once that I saw, like when I was in high school, I used to party on the beach, and I probably shouldn't have been there because I was underage.
Yeah.
And a priest that I knew was out there at the bar wasted, like drinking. But I will say that, listen, to each his own. There's a lot of scandal that happens within the church. We're not going down that rabbit hole.
No, don't be a priest then. If you're wanting to bang other genders, don't be a priest then. It's just like being married. Oh, you want to bang other people? Dump them. Because every open relationship always works out. You always hear about the positives and gossip when you hear about open relationships.
I think that I'm someone who, no matter who the person is, except Andrew Tate, but no matter who the person is, I always try to see have compassion for them. Like, how were they raised? What environment do they come from? What are their beliefs? What's their personality? So like I have so much, I feel bad for people. Like I'm not righting their wrong. I'm not justifying. I'm just saying everybody has a history and there's a reason for their trauma. There's a reason for their actions. And I want to be the person that like digs it all up.
Well, it sounds like you're doing a good job in a sociopathic group of 20,000 disgruntled females. Every man's awful.
Shout out to my girls on the page. We are united. We are a united front, and we're taking down these men one at a time.
I think I want to be single forever. I really think I'm supposed to be.
Yep.
There's one website that never ghosts on me. Oh, yeah. yeah, this following. Do you know what that sound effect is?
Pornhub.
Hell yeah, it is.
Yeah, and it's sick, Ryan. You're.
What are things?
We are triggering our audience that's listening to us is so triggered by everything we say, and we got to put positivity out there.
You know how like if you were able to read someone's mind?
Yeah, I can.
You don't want to look at what I've been on my browser.
Oh my God.
This following segment's been brought to you, whatever this was, it's been brought to you by FitSageFitness.net. When I tell you that Devin is the best sage, he's the best workout trainer and friend of
sage?
FitSageFitness.net. What?
What's a sage? Is that his last name?
No, a sage is like someone who's spiritual, that believes in the law of attraction, that's positive. Basically, everyone not in that Facebook group.
Hoppe Hour.
Please don't be offended. He's sorry in advance.
Call Hoppe now. 856-49-HOPPE. Tweet at him at Ryan Hoppe Radio. Or chat him live via the Hoppe Radio app.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Oh, I'm sure. The karma train is going to hit me, Allessia. Do you want to know what the karma train is going to hit me with?
Tell me.
I don't even want to put it out there.
I hope
because
it hits
I'm
me with a really hot, successful, nice guy. That's
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm not saying that I'm not amazing to date. I'm not saying that I'm not perfect and I have no flaws. But someone's going to listen to this and just think, ugh, why would I date him? Trust me, I'm a bundle of fun. I never have panic attacks, and the karma train is totally not going to hit me for trashing those 20,000 women. Because I bet every girl I've matched with is literally on that page. The karma train's going to hit me. Choo-choo. I'm screwed. I cannot believe that group exists.
I think I'm screwing myself too by like being so like any guy would be afraid to date me because they're going to be like, I'm just going to be on that.
I think about that a lot.
Podcast. She says way too damn much.
When me and you talk about things and then I'm on a dating app and they're what?
We have no filter.
Well, that's good, but then I feel like I feel like we've gotten more disgruntled in the dating world since beginning this show, and this probably doesn't help.
It's because we're bitter.
Romance scams are on the rise, so popular dating apps are deploying new tools to help you stay safe. Rhiannon Alley has the story. Good morning, Rhiannon.
Man, he needed some more cocaine.
Good morning.
I mean, I'm not one to critique a speech impediment, but this guy, Jesus Christ, relax, bro.
Rhiannon Alley has the story. Good morning, Rhiannon.
Good morning, George. Dating apps have really exploded in popularity in recent years, and thieves know it. So now companies are warning users so they don't end up with broken hearts and empty bank accounts. Single mother of 3, Christine Settingsgard, was hoping to find love on a dating app.
Oh, she's one of those.
But instead, she connected with a swindler that duped her out of thousands of dollars.
You know what?
Yep. This is why we have that group. Next story, Ryan.
No. Here's the thing, though.
Next.
Here's the thing. Is in 2023.
I feel like singing.
In 2023. If you are talking to somebody and you're getting swindled in 2023, not in 2015, not in 2008, not in 1992, where you have access to their social media, to their Snapchat, to their whatever, talking on the phone, FaceTiming, you're telling me, because this person didn't exist.
One brought me love. One brought me.
Do you not know what I'm saying? How do you get...
Thank you.
Catfished.
He's like, will you please just deposit the check into your account and then wire me the money? Yes, of course, looking back, like I see the red flags, but
this happened to me once.
At that time, like I was like falling in love with him and I had no reason not to trust him.
She says the person then used her phone account information to buy several iPhones and racked up.
You know why you shouldn't trust him? Because he's a man and all men suck. I mean, this one isn't doing us any service.
This actually happened to me once.
What happened?
Okay, so not romantically, but I was on LinkedIn years ago, and a former boss of mine always used to help me out and like send me like businesses that were hiring and try to connect me with people. And so it was not out of the ordinary that I received a message from him on LinkedIn that was like, hey, this person's hiring, like go ahead and reach out to them and send them your resume. And I was like, oh, great connection. Thanks so much. So I reach out to the person. They hired me to do like, it was like being a private shopper, you know, and that sounds like a crazy job, but I have a friend who does it, makes good money from it. And she had actually recently been talking to me about it. So it didn't seem that out of the blue. Yeah. So the company hires me and they send me my packet in the mail. That's like instructions on where I'm shopping and what I'm doing. And here's a check in the mail. It was $1,700. And I was like, okay, so my assignment was to take the check, deposit it into my account, go to the Apple store, purchase iPhones, and then send them out. And so I go to the bank, I deposit the check, and then my intuition kicked in. I was like, something feels off. They looked into the check for me because I asked them. I was like, hey, something feels weird all of a sudden. Could you like check this check? Sure enough, it was fraudulent, and that's what happened. So very odd. I mean, I fell for it. It seems so legitimate because it came from a LinkedIn message from my former boss, but he was hacked.
I just remembered I kind of had that happen where it was something. What year did this happen first?
For me, this happened. What year are we in?
Well, was this a while ago?
This was like 2018-ish.
I like was looking for like a job in 2014 and they sent me a package in the mail and they wanted, it was something like, I don't remember.
Secret shopping maybe?
I think that's what it was.
Yeah, mine too. And then the guy who had hired me had my phone number and was like blowing me up. Like, did you deposit the check? And I'm like, I know this check is fraudulent. And then what's weird is I was telling the bank, I'm like, how can you not trace this check back to the person that sent it to me? And they're like,
because they're a part of the check. They're a part of the grand conspiracy.
They're like, we can't do that. And I'm like, don't you want to take this guy down? Because I can't be the only person he's sending fraudulent checks to. And they're like, no, we have no way of tracking him. I'm like, that's so bizarre. Like,
one of the 20,000 women took him down last night, and then he got written about.
You proved my point. This woman was catfished, and this is how we avoid catfish is by going on that group and sharing information with each other. I don't see anything wrong with the group. I would love to hear from our listeners, man or woman, on thoughts of the group. Good thing, bad thing, call Ryan Hoppe.
So, yeah, totally.
Tweet us.
856-49-HOPPE. That's 856-494-6773. I've been in radio for 11 years in August.
Congratulations.
And I interned at Dance Factory Radio when EDM music was popping, and we were never popping ecstasy. I never did that. Maybe that's why I talk like that. And I was working the EDM Nation 2013 show for Dance Factory Radio. And there was this band with this dumb song that was so dumb. And they were going to go nowhere in life. Do you know what band I'm talking about? Think about 2013 cringe EDM. I can't play it on here because of copyright. But think about the cringiest song of all time. Do you have any idea? It was an EDM song.
Okay. I mean, I just named some people.
No. Think about the song.
I have no idea.
The band went on to be ginormous, but they began with this song, and I saw them in front of me at this music festival.
I'm trying to think
they were at a theater in Chicago, an old theater from the 40s. And it was an EDM show like 10 years ago I went to. And these losers couldn't sell out anything. And they were doing their song to about 500 people in a huge room.
Tell me the song.
Selfie.
Selfie?
By the Chainsmokers.
Can you
Oh my God, let's take a selfie. It was like an EDM song. And then it's like a girl talking dumb. She's like, oh my God, is there cigarettes in this purse? I have to go to the bathroom real quick. Oh my God, let's take a selfie. I can't play it on here. I mean, that's pretty much every single EDM song of 2014.
Who needs copyright license when you just have...
I mean, that is what EDM sounds like. I'll listen to EDM sometimes and I go, oh my God, what was I listening to? Here's my point about the Chainsmokers. They went on to be a huge band. Oh, they're pretty big, right? You heard of them. Chainsmokers, no big deal.
Yeah.
I'll never forget in 2015 in my old radio job, this was a year after that EDM show. I'm in the plaza working a Tampa Bay Lightning game, and it was when the Lightning went to the finals and lost to the Chicago Blackhawks in 2015. And I had just moved here from beautiful Cleveland. Oh, what a great time that was. Oh, what a great host. And literally, when I was in Tampa Bay and I was in Thunder Alley, I Shazammed this song. I go, this is pretty catchy. And whatever song they put out in 2015 had like a million Shazams. And I went, the same band from that EDM show that was lame as hell? Like, that was a huge upgrade. And now 9 years later, Drew Taggart, that dork that was in front of me, maybe I'm just projecting and looking at a mirror. He is now dating Selena Gomez. And he went on the Call Me Daddy podcast last week. I didn't listen to it because I already have few brain cells. You could say that about this show too. It's kind of the same concept. Here's the thing. He goes on there and says that the Chainsmokers had threesomes, but not the fun threesomes with two women. That is who is dating Selena Gomez.
Selena Gomez
gets down, I guess.
She does. I think everybody gets down and around. Apparently, anywhere. It doesn't matter if you're a celebrity or in Tampa Bay, people. You're getting down and around. Down and around. Not me, though. Not Allessia. Alessia's focused on priorities, people.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, I don't know what that two dudes and a girl thing is.
That's what you're you're searching on Pornhub.
I am not searching that. More power to you if you feel like doing that. But at the same time, man, there's something beautiful about just it being one-on-one. I don't need 7 people there. God. And I don't need to be at a club that has
I think this is why religions say to just sleep with one person, because then it gets too damn complicated and no one sleeps with one person anymore. And now I live with the fear that my ex is going to impregnate more people, which we do not need happening to our planet. I'm fucking bitter today. I'm just dropping all the bombs.
I haven't been bitter once.
No, totally not.
I haven't.
Sarcasm, Ryan.
Oh.
Heart wants what it wants, and Selena Gomez's might be falling for a new man.
She should take a selfie with him.
The Only Murders in the Building star and the Chainsmokers' Drew Taggart are reportedly dating, per Us Weekly.
Dude, whatever.
According to a source, the pair are trying to hide their romance by sneaking around at members-only clubs.
No, they're trying to hide the romance because all the side chicks of Drew Taggart are like, hey, we want to join.
And are very casual and low-key.
And Selena's probably a missionary queen. Oh, they're not going to be pretentious. I'm Selena Gomez. Why am I going to put any effort into this?
I don't believe any of this because also in the news, it's saying that she and Brooklyn were on vacation and there's speculation that they're together.
Why not?
And that she's a lesbian. So, what is even happening? Is that the threesome now?
The Insider also reports that Selena and the 33-year-old musician spent their time going to movies and bowling.
Wow, they're doing everyday things.
Calling the Lose You to Love Me singer so affectionate.
Whatever.
Selena can hardly keep her hands off him.
Oh, I bet.
Source told the publication, adding that they are having a lot of fun together.
They are having sex. This relationship will last about 2 more weeks, and then Selena will make an awful song about it. Oh, wait, she's not Taylor Swift. I'm just kidding. That's a real angel there.
I feel like every woman makes songs. This is what I love. This is what I love.
What do you love?
You know what? Shout out to me right now for being so open and vulnerable because women are vulnerable and open, and we should be. And I think most female artists make songs about their ex. I was singing Ariana Grande earlier. Did you not hear me? Thank you. Next.
Oh my God, that song is so douchey. Song is so douchey.
One time me love, one time me patience. Okay, he's about to mute me.
Savannah Chrisley is honoring her mom ahead of her parents' prison sentences.
Honoring her. She's a dirty, rotten, rich imbecile who thought she'd get away with things. Oh, she should totally be honored.
The reality star took to Instagram to celebrate her mom, Julie Chrisley's birthday, by sharing a video montage of her, quote, amazing mom, alongside a heartfelt caption.
All the freedom she had until she'll be in prison because of Tax evasion. I don't even get tax evasion. You must be the dumbest moron if that's the crime you choose, because you're never going to get away with it.
I feel like people just have a hard time with their taxes, and like, do they know what they're doing?
Just go to H&R Block. Meredith is an angel. I've had her for like 7 years in a row.
Quote, "Dear Mom, I know this isn't the birthday we had imagined, but I'll make it up to you.
And the next 7 birthdays.
Unfortunately, we are one of the many that this system has failed, and I will continue."
Shut up! And I never swear on this. And if I had a radio,
No, but
if I had a radio show, I would know the FCC regulations. So this is coming with a disclaimer. But she can shut the fuck up.
They believe it, though. The thing is, their perspective is they believe it, and they've done nothing wrong.
Got failed,
and that's their perspective. Is that, and that's the
make
thing
it up to you. Unfortunately, we are one of the many that this system has failed.
Failed. What?
Perspective.
Can you believe it?
They're blind. Are they blind? I don't know. See, the thing with taxes is this.
What?
I remember one time, like the government gave
happening?
me back a lot of money one year when I filed my taxes. And then like a couple years after, they're like, we're keeping all this money. And I'm like, dude.
Sounds like the government.
Yeah. And I'm like, that's weird. I feel like there's ways around it, and they try to use those things to their advantage.
Yeah.
And then they feel screwed. And I feel like this happens to so many people.
Oh, that's good.
Do they do it on purpose, or do they just not? I don't know.
I don't know. Just go to H&R Block. You'll lose about $80 on your tax return, but it's totally worth it. Meredith's the best every year. I was wearing a watch that I got from Burlington for about $35 that looked like a nicer watch than it was by the price. And she was like, how much was that watch? And I was like, $35 at Burlington. And she's like, honey, you must say that watch is worth more, or people will look down on you. And that's why we are screwed as millennials. That example right there from that baby boomer.
Oh, you don't have a Rolex?
Oh, no. I don't have a 401k either. But I got a good personality. I don't know.
There you go. We got something going.
Well,
Work with what we've got.
Yeah, totally. It's been 1 hour and 1 minute of hanging out with Allessia. Oh, man, how time flies when you're bitching and projecting.
I do have to say, I have been projecting.
Me too.
That is but we have to end on a better note.
Well,
because
why? Oh, what's the grand old news? Why can't it just be a negative show? What's the positivity going on?
I can't. Now I'm going to leave feeling like I dropped too many bombs. And I
okay.
didn't play my classy card today and keep some things private.
We've done about 8 shows, and I'm waiting for that classy card.
I don't even know if I have it anymore.
I don't think you do.
I just like to believe it's in there somewhere.
Oh, it is.
But I think we should project some things we want for our podcast. We should just put it out there. Claim it.
You go first.
Okay. So, hi, everybody.
Hi.
It's been 8 weeks since my last podcast. Just kidding. I think we got to put out there that we are manifesting some big office space in a really cool studio board.
Yeah.
And we are going to host Hoppe Hour Radio on.
Hell yeah. I'm thinking the same thing.
Normally you're more positive, Ryan.
Oh, no. I'm just tired. But I'm telling you right now, you put this show in mornings. I know a few things about radio. It's not like I've worked around some big radio shows for about 11 years. You put this show in mornings and the results will come in.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour.
And like that, he's gone. Hoppe Hour is now over. Hoppe Hour is now over. Hoppe Hour is now over.